Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So yes, Donald Trump had an interview, actually a couple of interviews at the Association for Black Journalists. I believe that's the correct title. And he was asked about Kamila Harris, and the pointed question being, do you think she was a diversity hire? Well, Donald Trump didn't give the pointed and correct answer, which is yes, of course. Joe Biden explicitly said he's going to choose a woman as VP. He's going to choose a woman as vice president. That's a diversity hire, right? When you exclude 50% of possible candidates for that position based on their gender. He did even better. He chose a black VP. This was a backdoor deal to win the black vote, right? So there you go. Yep, definitely a diversity hire. And this is a problem because you never know if that person was the best person for that job. And in the case of Kamala Harris, it's obviously the case that she was not. Now, Joe Biden, to win the black vote, he had a very short list indeed. You could have Stacey Abrams, aka Jabba the Hutt, or, there's Kamala Harris, who on the debate stage accused Biden of being a racist. Yes, she accused him explicitly of being a racist. Later when she's asked, well, did you really think he was a racist? She laughs, well, it's politics. But the question looms, did she actually? She's either falsely accusing a man she knows is not a racist of being one, or she's lying. In either case, it reflects very badly on her. But Donald Trump, in a very, very witty reply, well, I don't know if she's a diversity hire, but it is curious that she's recently black. He hadn't known her personally and very well, but for years, she was parading herself as Indian. Yes, her mother is Indian. And her father, Jamaican. That part of her identity, she completely whitewashed, right? Because it wasn't important for her politically. She was campaigning, San Francisco, large Indian community. She played up that Indian aspect. Now she was recently making a speech in the United States, and she all of a sudden has some Southern accent. Southern accent. This is a surprise. She moved at the age of 12 to Canada. She was in Canada all throughout grade school and a year into university, Canada, right? There's no Southern accents in Canada because we're the cold North, right? So nonsense. So Donald Trump was pointing out that she is shallow. She is shallow, and she will market herself as anything you want, except a radical leftist, right? Her leftist policies, banning fracking, I don't believe that anymore. Except she doesn't actually get in front of a microphone, in front of a real interview, to disavow her previous remarks. The bailing out of protesters, rioters, and looters. Some very serious, violent criminals were released by her bail fund, right? Or the war on police. Yes, she wanted to defund the police. Yep, actual policy platform of Kamala Harris. But no, she's disavowed that. She has not had a serious interview since the coronation, right? There was no electoral process involved, right? She seized the throne. It was a bloodless coup. She seized the throne, and not a serious interview with anyone. Recently, American, I'll call them hostages, these people, American citizens and other people from other Western European countries were taken hostage by Russia to release some of their criminals. And This is Kamila Harris, unscripted. You know, one of those rare moments, unscripted. Check this out. This is just an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy. Let's get some dressing on that salad, shall we? Absolutely. She is awful. Awful. This reminds me of that John Handy, you know, Saturday Night Live, right? This feel-good guru. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and God doggone, people love me. Except people don't love her, people don't know her. You might not know this. She's had a massive overturn in her staff, right? Over 90% of her staff have walked out with this little tyrant. She has a reputation of being the Meghan Markel of the White House. The Meghan Markel, yeah, a shallow, narcissistic, tyrannical princess. And yeah, she's raised millions of dollars on the strength of the media coverage or the absence of meaningful coverage on her. And, you know, the suppression of her true commitments to this woke fascism. But I suspect this balance is going to erode when people get to know the real Kamala Harris. She's a fraud. She's an absolute chameleon. Anyways, thanks so much for your time and attention. Drop a thumbs up if you care to. Gratifies my fragile male ego. And check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. Justin Trudeau, Canada, parade clown for the social justice movement. The United States, the parade clown, well, there's several, right? There could be AOC leading the nomination for the leader, the parade clown, or, yeah, Kamala Harris. Anyways, thanks so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.